Using headers and footers in Word can be extremely helpful. Any information which needs to go on most or all of the pages in the Microsoft Word document can go there. Page numbering, date of printing, and several other kinds of stuff are routine, and even a couple of simple customizations are possible with one or two mouse clicks. In fact, getting to the header or footer area is just a couple of clicks as well. In this sample document, we can move just below the top edge of the page and double-click to get into the header, and the additional tab appears up in the ribbon to help us. It also helps to see the invisibles, so we'll turn this feature on as well. We can go to the Home tab and click the appropriate button in the paragraph group. It's usually a good idea to do this. If we take a look in the paragraph group again, we can see the header is left aligned, but the ruler at the top of the page also shows a center aligned tab in the middle. So if we want to have, say, the phrase Company Confidential there, we can click in the header to make sure we're there, hit the tab key once, and type the phrase right in. To put something like the page number and page count in the footer, we can go to the Header and Footer tab and click the button directly over here in the navigation group. And when we get there, we can take another look at the ruler and again see that despite the footer being left aligned, there is again a center aligned tab. But there's even a shortcut for throwing in things like page number and page count. We can actually go over here to the header and footer group and find the page number button. Slide down, click on bottom of page, and then just scroll until we find, in this case, page X of Y. And if we want the information centered, we can just click the choice right here. Since it is a default type item, we can probably remove the extra paragraph return and click down there and hit the backspace key. Jumping back up to the header via the ribbon tab, we can click after our header text, hit the tab key once more, and maybe type in a bit of a label, like the phrase printed on. And then slide over to the date and time button in the insert group. Tell the program we want to throw in the date and time. We can use any format we like. One other part of the feature we might sometimes need is the ability to have mirror image headers or footers on alternate odd and even pages, a layout we see in many books and magazines. To make that happen, we can click the check mark here in the options for different odd and even pages in the header and footer tab, and then go to the even and odd headers and footers to modify the layouts accordingly, remembering that odd pages are normally on the right side of a pair and even pages on the left. Having page numbers on the outside of each footer, right side of the odd, left side of the even, would make more visual sense than having them on the inside. Or, if we wanted to see another example, we might actually copy the text here and just do a Control-C and slide down to our even page header and click there and paste, Control-V for Victor. We could then grab the printed on text and simply drag it over to be on the opposite side. This way we would strike that kind of visual balance. We can see setting up header and footer layouts is pretty easy. It's not really that different from working with body text. Usually the main thing we need to do, other than getting into the headers and footers in Microsoft Word, is just figuring out which layout details we need.